here at the new-look Wembley, completely covered now. 100,000 voices roar welcome to the two teams. England in white, led by their captain, Jimmy Armfield, and Scotland, led by Eric Caldo. And already we've discovered that the noise in Wembley is being kept inside the stadium. The chanting of the Scots, who are making far more noise than the English supporters. Having won the toss, the roar swelling to great proportions again. It's Scotland in the dark shirts who kick off. Mr. Leo Horn, Holland, one of the greatest referees in the world, in charge of this match, just as he was in charge of the game at Hampden last year. Away comes Baxter, Scotland. Out to Lawn, it's Scotland first on the attack. Trying to slip that ball through to White, but it's more for England. England with three new caps in the team. The goalkeeper Banks, the left back Byrne, and the inside left Melia. Free kick to Scotland. Of course, they have memories of their last visit to Wembley 2 years ago when they lost 9-3. But since then, Scotland have made great strides and now are generally regarded as the strongest team in Britain, although England, like Scotland, have won both their home internationals this season. So the winners of this game will be the home international champions. White out to Wilson, and there's Douglas back challenging in the England defence. Into White, maybe one of those floated centres, and Norman rather getting in the way of Banks, and it's Henderson putting it back, and England in a spot of bother in this opening minute until Charlton moves it clear. Now Ian Muir to Baxter. Now to Caldo, and certainly Scotland putting on the pressure right at the start of this international. Baxter, like Mackay, the other wing half, an attacking wing half. Wilson back to Baxter. Two men colleagues in the Rangers team as well. Here's Muir, the man so many people say is the greatest centre half in the world today. Henderson to Mackay. Back to Hamilton, and everyone in the England half now except the Scottish goalkeeper. Now Flowers, oh, I was almost making a gift of it to Wilson, but Banks there. Out with Douglas now. All the England forwards up, Greaves moving down the middle. Lovely footwork by Douglas. Smith had started to move inside, so the momentum checked for a moment. Smith getting it across, there's Greaves, and neatly taken by his club colleague, but opponent for today, Brown. Norman deciding to come up, help his forwards. Now Melia in the game for the first time. The man has been picked as the schemer for England through to Greaves. Now to Charlton, and it's England's turn to put pressure on. And neatly stopped by Brown for a corner. That one was really moving. It's Charlton taking the corner for England. And you're getting it away, not very clearly, and up comes more, but that's going wide for a goal kick. Goal kick to Scotland, who have the advantage of knowing that all their players are experienced internationals, whereas three Englishmen have got to settle down in the fiery cauldron of international football. And a foul by one of the England new caps, Byrne, on Henderson. Free kick to Scotland. Hamilton now to Henderson. It's White, but Flowers anticipating that move. Mackay back in the Scottish team after 2 years out of it. Trying to find St John. Norman on the scene quickly, but now it's with Henderson. And here comes Scotland once again. And, oh, Mr. No goal by Moore. Well, Banks might not have a more difficult save to make all afternoon. Smith taking that ball beautifully, but spinning badly for him. And both Smith and Caldo could be hurt. They're both rolling in agony. Mr. Horn allowing play to go on, but both Smith and Caldo look badly hurt. Now it's Wilson. And St John beaten by Melia, and the crowd whistling, wanting the game to be stopped, and I think Banks is going to boot this into touch. It could well be two serious injuries. Let's hope, of course, that they're not. And so, after only 5 minutes play, tragedy has hit this international. The Scottish captain, Eric Caldo, needing a stretcher. So far, no signal for Bobby Smith. And Smith is being helped off. Unfortunately, being booed. Nothing to do with Bobby Smith. It's a pure accident.
Henderson now with Law on the right, backing up, pointing into the centre. Henderson needs to beat his man, which he does. Henderson gets it across. St John, nobody there. Almost a chance for Baxter, but I think he just felt he couldn't reach it, but he does get possession. It could still be dangerous. Baxter for Scotland. Where's the goal? 29 minutes gone and 30,000 Scots go mad. Left Baxter got two chances at it. Magnificent left foot crasher into the back of the net. England nothing, Scotland 1.
One goal to nil. Scotland lead England. And despite the tragedies of this match, the Scots are now deliriously happy. That was a strong tackle by Hamilton, beating Charlton. Now it's with St John. The Scots really with their tails up. Law to White. And Armfield making up for that tragic lapse of his when he threw the goal away. That's Greaves. And for a change, Wilson is beaten. Another chant of Scotland, Scotland rising from the terraces. And Mackay anticipating that move, beating Melia to it. And Greaves is just walking around, limping and massaging his thighs. Davy Wilson, good to see, is all right. Now Law, can Law turn quickly and get through the England defence? St John there trying to be a decoy. Back with Mackay. And Mackay now, the second attempt getting it to Henderson. Oh, a lovely body swerve by Henderson, a penalty. Penalty, yes, given away by Flowers. No doubt about it. 31 minutes gone. Not counting, of course, the time which will have to be added on for injuries. Penalty to Scotland. And it looks as if Baxter's going to take it. So, stern test in his first international for Gordon Banks of Leicester City to have to face a penalty kick taken by Jim Baxter, who scored Scotland's first goal. And he scored their second. Two goals to nil, Scotland lead. Oh, tragedy really hit England in 2 shattering minutes. And now it's Wilson. Winning then losing, but free kick given to England. And the Scots now come up with their follow, follow song. Byrne finding Charlton back now with Flowers. It's a lovely one to Greaves, now to Melia. Only 2 little men, those spearheads for England now. They move forward and you're towering above the pair of them. And England, of course, trying to draw the Scottish defence out. All the Scots have come back. Moore's unmarked on the right wing. There's Moore. Any height? That would, oh, Brown, I thought, I got too far underneath it. And Bobby Smith is coming back. Smith is coming back. He's coming out of the tunnel. And the Scots really giving him a roasting. Well, the booing's certainly unfair. It had nothing to do with Bobby Smith that Caldo got his serious injury. The Scottish goalkeeper, Bill Brown, having a word with Bobby Smith, who's his clubmate, and now it's right through. Is he going to be number 3? A great save, a desperate save by Banks. And out with Melia, and Soon England will be back to 11 men with Bobby Smith waiting for the signal to come on. Charlton flagged offside, but the linesman has now lowered his flag. There's Hamilton to Mackay. Greaves. Hamilton in now. St. John, and St. John losing control at the vital second, so it's Greaves. And Greaves slipping here, but notice how Hamilton backs him up, and Smith trying to attract the referee's attention for permission to come on the field. And Smith now has come back onto the field and very unfairly being booed. That's White to Baxter. White once again. Now Baxter. And Baxter just overrunning it, more coming on, and Smith is now on the right wing, limping very badly. Here he is, Bobby Smith back on the field. Don't think he'll be able to play a really effective part in the game. And Hamilton making a bad mistake. So it's out with Charlton. Now Smith, well, can he get a shot in? And it's Wilson who's laid out now at the expense of a corner, but he's getting on his feet. Ian McCourt calling his forwards back. Henderson, St. John, White, Law. Law is the only one remaining upfield. The others have all come chasing back now to defend. Almost half-time now. Corner to England. And it's Euro gets it clear. Number 9 is John. Henderson. There's White. They're with him just on his left. He's got St. John on the right wing, and he's got on the left wing, and Law here on the right, and Hamilton coming up to join him. Notice how the Scots keep on going in, and they're getting most of the rebounds, as indeed they deserve to. Smith into Douglas. And Douglas selling the odd dummy, a lovely bit of work, and now you're going across to challenge him. It's across with Melia. And now Melia. Melia way across to Moore. Now Charlton, and Moore following up. Smith, of course, completely unmarked. Well, that's a glorious pass from Smith to Douglas. No nuisance value about that. Playing well, and Greaves slipping beautifully. And a lovely save by Brown. But I think Mr. Horn, yes, he's given the free kick against Greaves. Free kick to Scotland, coming up for the 3rd minute of extra time now. Scotland leading 2-0. Baxter to Law. And of course, very difficult to get in to challenge Law, but the only way to do it, move quickly to the interception as the whistle goes for half-time. It's England who stopped the second half, 2-0 down, but Bobby Smith has come out for the second half. And Scotland, of course, still down to 10 men, as they will be, of course, throughout the whole of the game. And now here's Smith. Smith moving home better than one would expect, and Greaves slipping the oar for once, but Law coming back to help the Scottish defence. It's Baxter forward to St. John. St. John playing the game he plays for Liverpool, lying deep all the time, and he's sandwiched in the 2 England wing halves, so it's a free kick to Scotland. Baxter going to take it. White completely unmarked on this left wing. Back now with Baxter across to Mackay. And Mackay pounding his way through, now finding White. That's a nasty looking one, and Banks just getting those fingertips to him. Law. Slight breeze now come up at ground level, blowing in England's favour. It's Melia. Melia to Smith. Well, that's a good one from Smith, and Greaves is too high. Goal kick to Scotland. 5 minutes of the second half gone. 2-0, Scotland lead. That was a dangerous move by Baxter, but Scotland seems so confident of themselves. They can do things like that. St. John to Henderson. Can he reach it? He can reach anything, this boy. England in trouble when Henderson has it, but it's a free kick to Scotland. Two-footed tackle by Byrne. Henderson going to take the free kick himself. And out goes Banks. Well, he did well to hold the ball that long. Now, Charlton. Charlton up to Greaves. Amelia moving on the left wing, and up pounds Flowers. Back to Greaves. 1-2, created a bit of space for Greaves. And Mackay now, bad bounce for Scotland, going up to Charlton, but Ure comes on the scene. Quite keeping it in, giving it to Henderson. Flowers having to chase back now. And Byrne left sprawling. Now it's St. John. Oh, and Henderson had stopped moving forward. Goal kick to England. So it's Douglas through to Greaves. Notice the Scottish covering, though Greaves sticking to the task. Now Charlton out to Smith. And long head of Ian Ure moving it away to White. Ball bouncing badly for Ure. That's Armfield for England. Moore. And in moves Douglas, and he's wide. Fine effort by Douglas to beat Ure in the air. Law looking down on the English, but just walking through it at times. Now it's St. John. Law darting down the middle, Moore there with him to try and cover. And it's too far for him, I think. And it's corner. Oh, and Banks a bad mistake. Law, and Law must get the third. He's going, and what a scramble, and eventually Banks, luck really on his side that time. A bad mistake he made. Now this is where the Scots are wanting. They've only 3 men back. Baxter trying to chase back as Charlton comes through. Douglas to Charlton, and Mackay, Greaves, and Brown, the lucky man, and it's Wilson who gets it clear. And Wilson's kicked his own goalkeeper, but what does that matter? Wilson saved what looked like a certain goal. It's Baxter. Here's Henderson, turning the wrong way and running into trouble, so it's out now with Melia, and now Douglas and Norman's moving up with the forwards. Now Melia trying to get through Wilson, but it's Flowers pounding up until Hamilton makes the interception. Here comes Byrne. Ure to Hamilton. 9 to Mackay, although England doing nearly all the attacking now against this very fine Scottish side. Scotland still looking the more likely winners. Now it's Mackay. Here comes Smith for England, trying to find Douglas, and Ure's missed that one. It's a bad mistake by Ure. It should be number 1, and it is. 34 minutes of the second half gone, and Douglas has made it a goal for England. 2-1 down they are now. Is St. John going to go off the field, or isn't he? Yes, St. John is going off. So Scotland only leading now 2-1, and they've only got 9 men on the field. This really is England's chance. 10 minutes left for play. Bad mistake by the usually safe Ian Muir, giving England their goal. Here come England again. It's Charlton across to Smith. Well, it was Smith's pass that led to England's goal. And Wilson stopped another pile driver. And St John back on the field now. Here he is, so Scotland back to 10 men. Back with Law. Oh, a lovely dummy. Law to St John to White. Oh, St John might have overdone it, but he's got the rebound. Now finding Baxter. And Flowers deciding he's going to come into challenge, not allow the Scots to pull it down to walking pace and just keep possession as they have been doing, almost without any challenge from England. Hamilton to Mackay. Is Hamilton trying to get it through to Law? No success, and it's a goal kick. That's now there are just seconds to go. So this match looks as if it's been won by Scotland, and deservedly so. It's all over. Scotland, deservedly, the 10 men of Scotland, the 10 gallant men, have beaten England 2-1. And well, they deserve that great victory. A victory of which all Scots can be proud, and onto the field come the Scottish supporters, rushing the police aside rather, as Scotland have brushed England aside in this match. Davy Wilson being hugged and kissed and almost killed by an enthusiastic Scottish supporter. Davy Mackay being mobbed, and onto the field comes a Scottish banner. Well, you're not going to keep these happy Scots off the field after this great victory.
Scottish supporters for this game have been travelling south by all the means at their disposal for days now. They were first sighted on Wednesday, and really they've taken over the Jubilee City of London for the last 3 days.
A tremendous welcome. The 3 officials there, all from Hungary, and they'll be relishing this atmosphere as much as the players. And fitting that this international championship could still end in 3 ways, depending on the result today. If Scotland win here, they take the title outright. A draw would mean that they share it with Wales, and if England win, then England and Wales would share the international championship. Scotland are playing from right to left in the white shorts. It was Hughes up with Dalglish. Number 10 is Hartman. Good tackle by Brian Greenough. Here's Francis. Neil. Watson and Jordan together, as they will be all afternoon, I should think. Given away by Rioch. And that's for Shannon if he can reach it, but he can't. A clumsy challenge by Dave Watson. McQueen has made his way up to support Jordan in the box. The 2 big men on the far side waiting to come in as Masson takes it. Jordan got it well. McQueen's header and then Hartford, then Jordan. Now Johnston. taking on Phil Neal. Showed him too much of it. Now it's Talbot for England. His clubmate Mills. Looking for Pearson, number 9. Talbot again. Kennedy made a fine run there. Found some space in the area. Forsyth. John Masson dropping very deep. McGrain. That's a foul by Kennedy. And to say that England have gone into this match looking determined is perhaps an understatement. Here's Rioch. England so keen to make up for what happened in midweek. Started with a lot of urgency, but then Scotland themselves need no incentive here. It's all there for them. Kennedy. Neal. This is Rioch. Masson. Again starting the attack from his own half, John Masson. Here he is again. Looking for Dalglish. Little shove by Mills, was it? Still Dalglish. And Mills twice there, tugging him. And Dalglish looks towards the line and gets nothing. Mills going in behind him the first time. Dalglish shielding it well, and did Mills use his arms fairly or unfairly? Anyway, it's a goal kick. Dalglish, Masson. Good play from the Scots. Dalglish again against Mills. Jordan is there, trying to turn against Watson and couldn't. Two promising attacks by Scotland. That was Johnston on. Dalglish. Certainly the Scottish supporters pleased with the start their team has made here. But this is Francis for England. Fouled by McQueen, but he had the advantage. Greenough. Francis again. And again. Wouldn't have counted. There was a flag up against Pearson, who was offside. Shannon to Greenough. Here's Talbot. To his left, Mills. Pearson got in. Masson. Rioch. And now McGrain. Scotland playing with Dalglish and Jordan up front and Johnston wide on the left. Here's Rioch. Talbot's was the tackle. And Scotland's is the free kick. Masson took it. Jordan! And whenever Jordan's around, there's danger in the air for England. Dave Watson is the player who will have to mark him most, I would think, but he came in there and beat the marker, who I think might have been Neal, and there's a warning for England. Shannon. Neal just got it away in time. Greenhoff. Talbot with Mills outside. It's Forsyth's tackle on Shannon. So a free kick to England, which will be taken by Kennedy. Watson is up for it, number 5. It came to Greenhoff. And the goalkeeper turned the header over. It would seem a corner's been given anyway. Greenhoff came in behind the others, completely unmarked, so they took the defence away. Now, did Ruff touch that? I think he did. Away by McQueen, you've got to be brave in there. Play on. McGrain's header out, it's going to come to France. McGrain again. McQueen is still halfway in his own half, appealing for a free kick. The pace of the match in this opening 20 minutes quite tremendous. McQueen, now Hartford. Dalglish, Hartford again. Johnston is on the left, he hasn't had a pass like that yet. Hit Dalglish, Hartford! Hartford, who's finishing in this championship so far, hasn't been terribly good. He missed better chances than that against Wales and Northern Ireland. But the build-up there from Scotland was good. Johnston coming into the match almost for the first time. Shannon. Looking for Jordan. Straight to Mask, and now Rioch. Hartford. Domeke. Johnston. Hartford again. Willie Johnston, the Scots love to see a winger teasing his opponent. Johnston unselfishly pulling it back for Hartford, and the shot just the wrong side of the post for Scotland. Watson. Are they offside? The linesman's flag has stayed down, and Shannon is away. But the referee, in fact, then makes the decision and blows up. Now, Scotland were caught for a moment, and England are complaining because the linesman's flag did not go up there, and Shannon was almost away, but the referee, in a sense overruling the linesman, made his own mind up. Oh, who's misjudged it? Dalglish it is! England were caught out. Mistake initially by Mills, but then by Hughes, who misjudged it. And Dalglish getting underneath it. Pearson coming short. Brian Greenough, who switched to the left a minute or two ago, seems to me to be suffering from an injury. He's been holding his groin a little bit, and he's gone across to the left-hand side on the ball now, signalling towards the bench, I thought, a moment ago. He was, in fact, under treatment earlier this week and was doubtful at one point, Greenough. And I think he's going to need attention at least. Here's Francis. Shannon. Foul by Donachie. Shannon stealing in. Good play by McGrain. He does love to come forward. Jordan is out right, where he might use his pace, but Talbot got that well. McGrain. Rioch. This was a bit too long. Handball by Neil. I think he felt that Dalglish was pushing him, but he certainly handled it. McQueen! Scotland are in front, and England are undone at the set piece. Chipped across by Hartford. Rioch came thundering in as well, but Gordon McQueen's was the head that slammed that down into the bottom corner. Beautifully taken. And McQueen, who scored against Northern Ireland on Wednesday, puts the Scots ahead at Wembley. Meantime, a substitution. Joe Jordan, who I suspect is still suffering from the injury that kept him out of the beginning of these championships, is going off. And Lou Macari from Manchester United, who played here in the Cup final a fortnight ago, is the Scottish substitute coming on. Just a minute left in the first half. Scotland lead by 1-0. And will now have to adjust their formation slightly, with Macari coming on, who's a midfield player, for Jordan, who's a striker. But Macari, of course, can also come into the attack if he has to. And the first touch is a foul by Watson on Macari. Macari's first involvement, he gets fouled, and Watson is shown the yellow card. And the flags at Wembley tell their own story. Just adding on now the injury time at the end of the first half. And Scotland go off well pleased by the goal from Gordon McQueen, number 5. An even match until the 43rd minute, but McQueen's power in the air from set pieces, which was something England knew all about, has given the Scots the advantage at half-time. Don't forget, if the score stays like this, Scotland would win the title outright with 5 points to the 4 already gathered by Wales. England in the second half playing from the right. Scotland have started with Macari up front, number 17. Dalglish. Was Hartford offside against Dalglish? Mills. Pearson. Scots have looked quite composed at the back. Here's Hartford to Johnston. Dalglish and Macari are both well forward in the middle. National is joining them. The ball ran off Mills, who I thought might have been fouled by Macari. I thought he pushed him. Anyway, a corner's been given. Here's Rioch. Scott's looking for an offside. Greenough. McGrain to Dalglish. McGrain's gone on running. In the end, he was intercepted. Pearson. Francis. Shannon is in the area. So is Pearson now. That was Shannon. And Shannon and McQueen colliding just after he'd had the header. Dalglish. Johnston to Hartford. Oh, well played. Johnston again. Rioch is coming in. It went on to Dalglish. Dalglish again, and it's there. Scotland go 2 goals up. Ali McLeod celebrates. So does Dalglish and thousands of supporters. Brilliant ball from Hartford down the line to Willie Johnston. The ball curled back. Bruce Rioch getting the header in. It ran on from Macari. Dalglish got the first shot, blocked by the defender. Dalglish went in again, and perhaps with the help of a deflection, it went over the line. Just seeing it again here from behind the goal. That's the first shot by Dalglish. Emlyn here is the player nearest the ball, and it might just have caught him, but Dalglish, I'm sure, will take the credit. And Scotland are 2 goals to the good. After 61 minutes. And now these supporters can see in their sights the first victory at Wembley for 10 years. It'll take an awful lot more than England have produced so far if they're going to deny Scotland that. But here's Talbot, and here's Cherry. Mills. Kennedy. Francis against McGrain. He did really well there. Knocked him again by Cherry. And away by Rioch. I think England will think very quickly now about a second substitution. There's Shannon. Stewart is moving outside him, number 15. Tom Forsyth from Rangers played well in this fixture last year and playing well again today. Hughes. McQueen winning everything back there. Now Macari. This is Johnston. Laid on the second goal. Hartford, who's passed to him, started the move. And Rioch there, who headed it back across the goal. All involved again. Good ball from Rioch. Macari. In the middle is Dalglish. Well blocked by Watson. Shannon against Forsyth. Just laying it back for Brian Talbot. Wanted a bit too long on the shot. That was a risky back pass, but Masson made it look easy. All 10 England outfield players now in the Scotland half. Hughes again to Tuart. This is Watson. A chance perhaps for Tuart. McGrain he collided with, arms up, appealing, but nothing given. And England, as though 2 goals down, is not bad enough. Not getting many of the breaks either at this stage. Less than 10 minutes left. Masson. Macari in well, now it's Rioch. Dalglish just ahead of him. Hartford saw some space. Clements was well positioned on the 6-yard line. Hartford shot. Mills. Pearson trying to hold his man off. This is Cherry. Found a way through there almost. Now what can Tuart do? But McGrain, taking a knock as he did so, got the ball away.
I wonder what Don Reevy thinks, John, that Terry Orth inspired the Wales victory the other night, and Gordon McQueen has done the same really in his own way. 2 ex-Leeds United players.
Yes, and the irony trebled, as we were saying earlier, by the fact that Johnny Giles came here with error earlier this season and got a draw. Anyway, a substitution. Archie Kennell is on, and Don Masson has gone on. This is Watson. McQueen up again, beating Pearson. Pearson with little chance against McQueen when the ball's at that height. And a corner to England. Well, if they are going to mass a great recovery, it's got to start now, with just 6 minutes to go. McGrain, so tidy when he comes out of defence, the number 2. Hartford. Johnston. Scottish football down the years has been bred, of course, on the short passing game. Sometimes been accused of being overindulgent in their ball skills north of the border, but when they come to Wembley and have a good day, it's usually been memorable. Lou Macari to Hartman. This is Johnston. Offside. It's a lovely little chip up by Hartford for Dalglish, but he was caught off. So just 5 minutes left in the home international series of 1977, and Scotland looking forward to their second successive outright win. Asa Hartford on the ball. Now Macari. And the substitute Archie Gamble. McGrain slipping, and then the free kick being given against Stewart. Header back by Shannon for Talbot. Francis certainly kept going well, Francis. He's probably been England's most consistent attacker. Got it back from Pearson. McQueen went in, and the referee has given a penalty, has he? McQueen going in on Francis, and the referee says it was illegal, and a penalty has been given. Francis played the 1-2 nicely. McQueen came over. Did he play the ball or did he play the man? But it was a close one perhaps, but the penalty's been given, and England now have been given perhaps a very late kiss of life. If Shan can put this away, we could be on to quite a last couple of minutes. And he does. So Mike Shannon steps up to score his 21st goal for England in this, his 42nd match, an average of 1 in 2 exactly. But more important on the day, does it give England any chance now of snatching an unexpected draw? Don Reilly shouting, and Gordon McQueen disappointed by the decision. Well, there'll be some 30 or 40,000 whistles from the Scots. This is Talbot. Watson. McQueen's header out. Mills now for England. Shannon's header it was, he beat McQueen there, and Ruff forced to turn it over. Just see here, Gordon McQueen may still be slightly struggling with an injury there. He held his leg as he went down. And so, a corner to England. But easy for the goalkeeper. We're in the final minutes of normal time. Cherry has been penalised for obstructing the goalkeeper. this stage, I think Ruff would have rather kicked the ball out of his hands, but still. Forsyth, so cool. Referee has checked his watch, and we're in injury time, and there isn't much of that. It's all over, and that is the first time in Wembley history that England have been beaten here 3 times in one season, and Scotland are the 3rd side to beat them here. Holland came and won, Wales came and won, and Ali MacLeod's Scotland, in his first match as manager against England, have gained their first victory over the old enemy since 1967. A 10-year wait it's been. They invaded the pitch 10 years ago, and they're here again. The Wembley fence is not yet up, so the fans have come over the barriers. England's players walking sadly away. And the Scots, who, let's be fair, thoroughly deserved the win. A late penalty perhaps making the scoreline more respectable for England, who had their best spell in the second half. But Scotland, with a goal just before half-time, and an important second one from Dalglish, have won the Home International Championship outright in Bruce Rioch's first season as captain. The scene's so typically Scottish. This biannual pilgrimage hasn't been a happy one over the last few years, but there's certainly going to be some celebrations tonight. Rioch, who can't get to the dressing room, past those delighted Scottish supporters. And the Wembley pitch absolutely covered. You just can't overestimate the passion and enthusiasm that the Scots have for football. But it comes to a head, really, when they beat England. Because for these people, beating England is more important in many ways than doing well in the World Cup. Referee checks the players, actually counting them up on each side, actually. And Scotland kick off, and it could be a fast and frantic start with the pitch so skiddy. There's the first foul by Glenn Hoddle, and the referee slipping there as he got in on the incident. Here's Robertson for Scotland. Well, they'll need the gloves today, the goalkeepers. Jordan and Watson together at once. In goes Miller. Ray Stewart trying to get the ball wide. Already Miller has picked up Woodcock, and McLeish has picked up With. Watson. Anderson, he slipped. John Robertson in very quickly and successfully. In the middle, Jordan and Archibald, and off Anderson for a corner. They're sending, Jordan's got support up there, they're sending McLeish up. Crossed by Gray, that's awkward, McLeish came in, so did Jordan. Away by Wilkins. They've got some power in the air, the Scots, today. No mistake. Here's Archibald. bit of holding there, but the referee played a good advantage. Hartford looked for Probyn. Robson trying to get to him. Corner. Robson to deal with the Jordan threat, but it's been pulled back for Ray Stewart. Tackles by Wilkins. McGrain. Also tackled by Wilkins. Away by With. Hartford. Hoddle. Well played. Coppell. England have got Woodcock on this side as well. Number 11. With is on the far post. McLeish let him go. Ricks. It's a nice touch from With to Coppell, but there's McLeish. Stewart to Hartford. That's well played by Scotland. Asa Hartford. Corner. Joe Corrigan turning the ball out. Good break by Scotland. Stewart to Hartford. Lovely little turn by Asa Hartford. Went on a few yards, hit it with his left foot. Good stop by Corrigan, fingertips. Stewart. Ricks. McLeish slipped a little bit there. But recovered. Jordan jumping with Robson on that occasion. Here's McGrain. Scott's certainly throwing people forward. They've got Stewart here coming through the midfield. He wants Frank Gray up on the left. Gray feeding it in. It's awkward. Jordan's in there. Away by Ricks. Straight up to With, but Miller got it back. Watson now for England. And with the pitch churning up, here's Danny McGrain. Very much British conditions these. Heavy surface, a lot of rain, and an offside against With. Just look at that. With only to Hartford though. This is Brian Robson. And now Stewart for Scotland. It's going to be a match, I fancy, of power and endurance and of skill, but the conditions dictating the pace of the play to a great extent. Little tussle there with Woodcock and Miller, and Woodcock holds on and finds Sansom. Sansom shot. Robson, only to Probyn though. Still Probyn. He battled well there, did Probyn. 20 minutes gone and no score. McLeish, Anderson for England. Wilkins, Woodcock, Coppell joining him, back with Wilkins, Anderson still well forward, now Watson. There is a determination and an aggression about England which suggests they're smarting, as Jimmy Hill said, from criticism. Here's Coppell again. Coppell shot! That's the second one that's just cleared the bar from Steve Coppell. Good throw. This is With. McLeish slipped there, giving With time to find Woodcock. It's still Woodcock, who tried to go past Miller. Referee's given the corner. David Watson coming up the back. It's been teed up for Glenn Hoddle. Watson is onside, but the referee overruled his linesman and gave a free kick. The linesman's flag stayed down, but the referee, Robert Wirtz, decided on that occasion he was in a better position to make the decision. That's Dave Watson. Wilkins, touched on by Woodcock. Look at the tackles coming in there. It's thunderous stuff at the moment. Asa Hartford, but England-Scotland has always moved at a furious speed, and this match is no exception. Stewart. Hartford again, Viv Anderson challenging him, foul given. Anderson claims he played the ball, but Hartford went down. The referee said he played the man as well. So the substitution brings on David Narey of Dundee United in midfield in place of unlucky Asa Hartford. With 26 minutes gone, the Scots force into that change. Narey is wearing number 15. This, though, is Robertson. Now Frank Gray. Robertson again, that was Hoddle. This is Archibald competing. Referee happy to let it go. This is Hoddle, good ball, and Woodcock's on the chase here. Alan Ruff right out, left-footed. Played it quite nicely. Gray. Jordan, the foot from Robson was a little high, but then Jordan's face was low. Narey leaving Wilkins on the floor. It's difficult to keep up with all these challenges. The game is moving so fast and players are sliding on this greasy top. This is Ricks, now with, now Wilkins, now Sansom and Watson. And Archibald, oh, yes, he's onside. Jordan's making his way in the middle, Narey is there also. McGrain. Archibald, McGrain. And Coppell hardly had time to bring that down. He did awfully well. He got caught late by Gray, but he's on his way again now. Coppell, who fears nobody, and finds Anderson. Woodcock's in the middle, tucked inside and away by Miller, and then by Gray. And Scotland playing awfully well there in defence to keep cool when England had the momentum. This is Proven to Archibald. So half an hour gone, England 0, Scotland 0. But the pace unrelenting, and there'll be a few kind things that I would think about England's commitment on the evidence of the first half hour. This is Wilkins. Have to keep it up, though, against a very urgent Scottish team. Here's Woodcock. Here's Hoddle. Hoddle shots, good save by Ruff. Here's Archibald. Here's Gray. Watson comes in behind Jordan. John Robertson on Viv Anderson was the final collision there. Understand that Jimmy Hill was quite right. Asa Hartford has a dislocated elbow. The news from the Scotland dressing room. Peter With to Hoddle. Now Stewart. Narey. Archibald on to Proven. Proven could be expected to attack Sansom. Archibald supporting here. And Sansom it was who got back. And a corner given. McLeish and Jordan up together. Steve Coppell defending for England against John Robertson. What a lovely little turn by Steve Coppell. Miller knocked the ball back in. There was an offside against Jordan coming back. Free kick to England. But one of the reasons why Ron Greenwood likes Steve Coppell in his side is because he is the all-purpose player. He can attack and score goals, but as you saw then, he can also defend. England trying to pin the Scots back, but with John Robertson there ferreting away, that's not easy. Stewart. That's well played by Ray Stewart. Trying to bring Probyn in from the right. This is Ricks. Well, the cut and thrust we've seen in the first half is absolutely typical of England-Scotland matches. They always seem that little bit faster and more frantic than other internationals. Here's Archibald letting it run. There's a chance here, but Watson did awfully well to block Neri. That was McLeish. Now Sanson. Here's McLeish. That's not a bad ball for Archibald. Came off Brian Robson. Scottish flags being lifted again on the terraces as their team have a corner. Probyn to take it. McLeish is forward. That was McLeish. Jordan jumps with Corrigan. It comes out to Coppell, and he tries to shake off Robertson and succeeds. David Neri getting back. Here's Woodcock. And now with Woodcock continues his run. He's in the area now. There he is. McGrain, a good challenge. Defenders doing awfully well on both sides here. Ricks. Oh, there's a free kick. Robson left Jordan on the ground. Miller with the kick. And the Scotch supporters once more, as the half-time whistle blows, it was hardly heard because they're making so much noise. They've turned this into a home match again. So, Trevor Francis, who's been suffering a little bit from further Achilles trouble, will be asked now to lend his support to an attack which is still looking for that elusive goal as England kick off with Wilkins on the ball, and here's Neri. Jordan tangling with Wilkins, shirt pulling. Neri. McLeish. McGrain for Scotland. This is Kenny Sanson. Neri to Probyn. Here's Robertson. Jordan coming in there, and that was away from Stewart by Wilkins. It's back again with Probyn. That's Probyn's shot. Jock Stein, whose side have certainly contained England well up to now, but Francis trying to put that right with. There's Miller's tackle. Here's Coppell, but a good tackle also by Frank Gray. Robertson. Archibald. Robertson able to move across the midfield and find McGrain. This is Probyn. Good tackle by Robson. Funny how what we thought might be a forwards match is becoming a defenders match. Archibald. There's McGrain. For England, Wilkins available. With and Francis both to the right. Indeed, all the England players available were that way. Here's Coppell. Francis on the right wing. Coppell again. And Robertson hesitating there and getting caught, but having to do then the safest thing. So it's Neri for Scotland, still no score, with nearly an hour gone. Archibald Stewart. Robertson. Still working hard, John Robertson, to find space for Scotland in that fairly crowded midfield area. But the pitch beat him there, and this is Ricks. With Ricks again, out left is Francis. And in the way was McGrain. With on the near post, McLeish's header out, on by Neri. Here's Martin. Robson. Glenn Hoddle. Popple. Oh, Sansom. And Sansom tries to find width. And Miller hooked the ball out from almost on the line, with the goalkeeper beaten. Poor Peter Witt. The post against Brazil. Phillips off the line against Wales, and now watch this. Sansom chips rough, Witt comes in, heads it past the keeper, Miller away. Very, very unlucky. But credit to Scotland for having a man in that position. Witt again. Francis. Well, defenders deserve credit when they cover like that. And although his goalkeeper was beaten, Willie Miller of Aberdeen in precisely the right place. This is Ricks. It's nicely done by England. He's looking for Francis, and the man that Jimmy Hill was praising, Willie Miller, is there again. And a nice ball from him too, to Robertson. And Miller's continued his run here in the centre-forward position, enabling Jordan to spread wide. Well, that I thought was an England throw. But the linesman has signalled it's to Scotland. And here's McGrain. Jordan on, Anderson not making contact, and Ray Stewart foiled by Joe Corrigan after Anderson's error. Wilkins. Francis. Witt has gone to the right, so has Hoddle. In again, Witt is arriving now, and David Provan back for Scotland. Poor pass from him, straight to Kenny Sansom. In for Witt. And Witt very angry at the challenge by McGrain when the ball had gone, gesturing towards the referee, but here's Provan. Looking for Archibald. He's got the other side of Robson. Did he bring him down? The referee says yes. Penalty. Robson on Archibald. The ball played through by Davy Provan. Archibald got goal side of the defender. Robson made contact, did he? The referee said yes. England are complaining. Peter Witt, I think, has been booked for the protest, certainly spoken to, I should say, and warned to go away. And Archibald's run, still the England players protest. Now Wilkins has gone across with Koppel. And Francis has gone to Corrigan to tell him which side Robertson normally puts his penalties. Look at that. That's a Nottingham Forest player giving the goalkeeper advice about how to react when Robertson shoots. A goal for Scotland. Francis was wrong. Corrigan was wrong. Robertson scores. The Scottish Hordes celebrate a penalty goal, which puts their team ahead, and a beautiful penalty it was too. Referees waving across and saying, cut out the time wasting to the Scots. Provan. Good close skill there, but Kenny Sansom made the last challenge. Here's Martin. Ricks. Oh, the Scots will die in the tackle now. Oh, and Archibald could cut this off. Well played, Corrigan. Alvin Martin, number 14, didn't put enough weight on the pass back. Martin, who came on, is grappling with Joe Jordan, and the referee seems to feel unfairly so. Robertson with the kick. That was Jordan, got caught by the boot of Anderson right in the face, Joe Jordan. A complete accident on Anderson's part. But Jordan is, it would seem, in some pain and maybe concussed by that. This is Ricks. That's why the Scots fans are whistling, but England have possession. The referee allowing them to go on. Hoddle. It's been won now, and Jordan's lying in the penalty area, so technically there will be an offside if you say he's interfering, but maybe he's not. Archibald. Sturrock. And the referee has given offside, and I think he'll be glad to make the decision, because Jordan was clearly lying in the penalty area. He's now picked himself up. He blood all over his face, I would imagine. It was a very nasty crack there. You can see just what Anderson's boot did to Jordan, not deliberately. Francis again. Oh, and Francis coming inside, and is that a penalty? No. Was that a push? The referee looked and said no. Hoddle for England. Ricks. Well, there are two decisions to debate afterwards now. The one that Scotland got and the one that England didn't get. McGrain. Sturrock. Jordan carrying a swab, but this is Neri in the attack. And here comes Archibald, offside. Martin with Jordan. And Wembley, as Ron Greenwood looks on, a sea of Scottish flags. And a din of Scottish noise. Jordan. Coppell hoofing it upfield, hopeful for width, back by McLeish, who's played so well. Then Robson. And McLeish, anywhere will do, with 30 seconds of normal time left. Just see what the referee adds on here for stoppages. Not a very good throw by Viv Anderson. This is Jordan, now Neri, and now Archibald. Trying to get away, here's Neri again. Archibald! Injury time now. Robertson for Scotland. Jordan. Still Joe Jordan. Goes for the shot which ricochets off Alvin Martin, but Scotland retain possession with Robertson. Neri. Gray. Robertson. And the Scottish fans taunting the English, as if England need any more mockery this week. Jordan holds the swab to his head. Robertson looks on, having scored the goal. And the Scots, who relish their Wembley victories, look like getting another one here. Have England got time for one more attack? Not if they play like that. This is Robertson. He's played a minute already of stoppage time, the French referee. With. And there is the final whistle. England failed to score again. Jock Stein leads Scotland to their first victory over England under his management, thanks to Robertson's penalty in the second half. The Scots fans celebrate only their second victory here since '67, so full marks too to those supporters for observing the request that was made of them, and that's why Jock Stein is applauding. He's saying to the fans, well done for their backing and their behaviour. So the Scottish euphoria as the players walk off contrasts sharply with England's problems. They now go to these two vital World Cup matches in Switzerland and Hungary with this sad Wembley record behind them of 5 matches here without a win.